Good Monday morning, moon. There's the moon. Still up in the sky, and it's a half moon. And over that way you can see some pink through the trees because the sun's getting ready to come up. And it's freezing cold outside. Woo, I gotta close this door. So yes, good Monday morning. It's 6:27 in the morning. And it's gonna be a very chilly and cold day. I'm doing laundry today. And I have some light cleaning to do today. And I wanted to go to the store today to pick up extra supplies because we're supposed to get another snowstorm starting, I guess, tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. I'll have to look at the weather. But Josiah's car is back in the shop. So, he's getting that fixed. It's supposed to be fixed today. The mechanic says it possibly could be the alternator. So I told Joe, I said, come here, Lucy. I said, start looking for another car. He just got this one in August, I think it was. And a couple months after he got the car, it started to give him problems. And he's had nothing but problems since he's had the car. And the guy told him that he never had any problems with it. Well, I don't think so. So I told Joe, I said, you're going to have to start looking for another car. And we gave him a price range to look for another vehicle, so it will be a more dependable vehicle, so it's going to be more money. And come here, Chloe. And we told him, get another car. Come on, here. We've been on Craigslist and Autotrader.com. We've seen a couple cars that might be good for him. And so hopefully he's going to be getting another car here pretty soon. And then this car that he has, he's going to have to sell that. Mr. Binks is eating today. I don't even know where he is. I don't see him under the table. He's not there. He's going up and down the stairs. He's doing okay. He's only done a little poo-poo a few times though. So I don't know if that's going to be enough when the vet calls me today. I don't know. I'll have to see. But he was eating cat food today. So he seems to be doing better every day. I don't think he's 100% yet though. Harry picked this up by mistake. It says Blu-ray and it also says on here digital HD. He thought it was one of those combo packs. You know how sometimes they sell a combo pack with a regular DVD, the movie for your DVR player, and then the Blu-ray with it, because we've seen movies sold in a combo pack. No, this is just the Blu-ray. Saving Mr. Banks. I've been wanting to see that movie, so I went ahead and I rented it before he buys another one. And because I wanted to see that movie. This is about the lady who wrote the movie the storybooks Mary Poppins. Well, it's one of those movies, you watch it once, you maybe watch it a second, possibly a third time, and that's quite enough. Really, even if you've watched it twice, that's quite enough, I think. Anyway, she wasn't a very nice lady. But maybe that's why I don't care to get the movie, because she just wasn't a very nice lady. But anyway, so now we're stuck with the Blu-ray. Anybody have Blu-ray? Would you like a Blu-ray? Saving Mr. Banks? I'll send it to you. What do we have going on this week? It's Adam's birthday this week. He likes ice cream cakes. I told him, I said, it's too cold for ice cream cake. I don't want ice cream cake. And I told him, I said, depending on what the weather's like on your birthday, I don't know if I want to get out and go get an ice cream cake for your birthday. So I asked him to give me another kind of cake that he would like me to make. So he wants a yellow cake with chocolate frosting, so I will do that instead. I have a Miss Kelsey laying here. One thing I will say about the kitty cats, they're lovable cats, but you know, cats are cats. They want to be lovable on their own time. But I've been noticing here lately, and I don't know what it is, but Kelsey and Mr. Binks have been overly clingy. You know, where they want to be held all the time. They want to lay in our laps a little bit more. I've noticed here last couple months, especially Kelsey, as soon as I go up to bed, she's got to get up in the bed. She's got to lay on top of my head on the pillow, and I don't know what's up with that. I'm wondering if they sense something I don't know. What could be up, Miss Kels? So anyway, I've been going through the house looking for Binks. He's not under the table. Here. He's not under the kitchen table. I looked under our bed. I looked under Carly's bed. I looked in the office. I looked all in our room really good. And I've been calling him. I guess I can open the blinds here. I've been calling him and he's not coming. So either he's tired, or I'm wondering if he's not feeling good because he's been eating. And eating and drinking is a good sign. But if he's not going to the bathroom, that's not a good sign. So, and I guess before I go on a hunt, I better put more wood here in the fire. These are the gloves Harry had to use when he was having to hold Binks down. So Binks went and claw him to death. And I'm waiting for the guy to come to pick up the tractor. We like to take the tractor in and, you know, get it serviced. Only thing is, Harry's one of these people, I told you, he's not a visionary person. And the type of personality he is, he's like Rain Man. He's a perfectionist and he's a creature of habit. And things have to be done a certain way. And you can't do things before, ahead of time. For example, you know, he has to wait until it's officially spring to call to have the tractor serviced. See, he did that a few years ago, and I think he called in March to get the tractor serviced. Bad thing is, we had a warm winter that year, and this time in March, it was real warm, and we were going to be getting ready to cut the grass. Like, see, the grass is still kind of dormant. It's greening up a little bit, but it was pretty green because, you know, spring rains were already starting to come and that sort of thing. But see, it's cold now. But because, see, everybody else bringing their tractors in at the same time to be serviced for the spring, see, we were backed up. And they had our tractor, I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks. And so when the grass needed to be cut, we had to get Roberto, our landscaper, he's gone back to Mexico now to live, and so we've been having to try to find another landscaper. I found some guys last year. I got to call them this year for my garden when we get ready to do that. But they were pretty good. I'll probably use them. But anyhow, we had to get Roberto to come and cut our grass a couple different times before we finally got our tractor back. So that's why I've been telling Harry, we got to get the tractor in. We got to get the tractor in. Well, he kept saying we got to wait till the snow melts. And that was true because the snow was really high. Remember, it had drifted up over in there really, really high. And so we had to wait till all of that melted. And so I told him Friday, when I came back from getting my hair done, I told him, I said, you have got to call and get that tractor in. The later that you wait, you're going to get bombarded with everybody else taking their tractors in at the same time. So he finally called. They're coming today, this morning, to pick it up. However, I don't think that they gave us a time frame of how long it's going to be before we get the tractor back. But that's okay, because we're supposed to have cooler temps into April. So even if they had our tractor for about 3 weeks, that's okay. So we need to find out about that. But yeah, they're coming today, and it's a good thing, because Harry said one thing that he knew that was wrong the last time that he had cut the grass. The drive, it was going real slow, especially on the little slope at the side of our house on the other side of the fence by the road. And he said, I don't know what's wrong with that, you know, unless it's a belt or something. So when he went to get the tractor out of the shed yesterday, it drove this crepe myrtle here just a little bit right in through there where my finger is, and then it stopped. And then he had to push it all the way into our garage the rest of the way. So, see, that's why you take things in and you don't wait for the last minute. Because if I hadn't nagged him to do that, the tractor would still be in the shed. He would wait until April when it's getting ready to cut the grass, that time frame. But then that's when everybody else is going to have their tractor serviced too. And we wouldn't have been able to use it even at all because it's not going. A belt must have broke or something. My microwave. Okay, so I picked my microwave out, and I've been waiting for Lowe's to call. What's taken so long? Well, they ordered a new microwave. They had one in stock, but the guy went back and he looked at it and he said there was a little ding on it, and he said he was not obviously going to give that to us, so they had to order one. Says, what's taking so long? So the installer is supposed to come here tomorrow. We'll see. But anyway, so hopefully tomorrow I'll have my new microwave. Then, I think it was last week, LG. Okay, so these are the people who have my stove and my microwave, right? So they called, they wanted to do a survey on how things, you know, turned out when the repair guy was here and all that other thing. So I explained to them that the guy couldn't do anything about the intermittent heating, like it heats for the amount of time that you put in, but then it won't heat sometimes. Okay, so he couldn't do nothing about that. Then I told them what the LG person said when the guy had called. I think I shared this in a vlog. Remember, the guy called LG to tell them about the condensation issue because the vents weren't pulling the steam up and everything. And LG told us to not use the 2 front burners on our stove. Well, I brought that up to the person calling for the survey to see how things were. And I said, and it's quite interesting that LG, first of all, would have the audacity to tell somebody not to use their 2 front burners on their stove, when if there's 4 burners, the homeowner should be able to use all 4 burners on their stove. And especially when it's an LG stove. See, I threw it right back at him. I told him, I said, your stupid company that you work for tells me not to use the 2 front burners on the stove. And by incident, or a coincidence I should say, the stove that you're telling me not to use the 2 front burners on comes from your company. I mean, how dumb is that? First of all, you don't tell a person, even if I had a Kenmore stove, if I have 4 burners, I should be able to use all 4 burners. You don't tell a homeowner not to use their burners. But I just thought it was, you know, really disturbing that here's LG and they're telling me not to use the 2 front burners on their product. You see what I'm saying? So when I said all of that to the lady taking the survey, immediately, this is what she did. She goes, okay, well, I'll relay the message. Thank you. And she hung up. Usually you got to hang up on those people, you know, because you don't want to take surveys or whatever. You answer and you just, thank you, have a nice day. And you got to hang up first just to be done with those people. This woman, she hung up before me. And what will LG do about this? I seriously doubt that they will do anything. Except I'm getting the new microwave, but is that LG's loss or is that going to be Lowe's loss? Girlies, Okay, latest update on Binks. The vet finally called back. It's going to be $350 if we have to do the thing where he has to be put to sleep so they can clean him out and all this other. So the vet suggested that he go in today, which Brian has taken him over there because I don't have a car. And he's given him fluids underneath the skin. I guess a bag of IV fluids or whatever. He says it'll take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes to get all through him. And he's hoping by hydrating Binks, it will cause him to have to hopefully go to the bathroom, because the vet said that he did not go to the bathroom enough, that he feels that the blockage part has been passed. So here we are. And I'm hoping that this works. We're going to give it till Wednesday. If I've noticed that he's not continuing to go as he should, by Wednesday, he's got to go back. Okay, so Mr. Binks is back, and that was $36. And the vet told Brian he feels very confident these IV fluids that he gave him is going to help him go to the bathroom now. And that's what I'm praying happens, because we don't want to see Mr. Binks uncomfortable and feeling bad as he is, and also we don't want to have to spend any more money, because that is quite expensive. Did I tell you that even though we have these warmer days, coming down to the basement, we have these warmer days, yes, and the furnace hasn't been running as much, yes, but do you know that we've still used about 40% of our propane that we just got at the beginning of March. And usually when it gets to about 40%, that's usually when I get filled up again. But I won't be getting it filled up again until the beginning of April, because they gave us the bill for what they charged for this last fill up. Come on, girlies. And it was $800. I totaled up from December till now what we have spent on propane this winter just to heat the house and heat the hot water heater. Come on, Ellie. $3,400, which is a lot. A lot of people that have natural gas don't even spend that for an entire year, and they have all kinds of gas appliances and everything else. It's just been ridiculous. This propane, I told you, it's almost as expensive as the gasoline is that you put in your car. We were paying like $3.50 a gallon. It was ridiculous. So I'm going to wait. And then I told Harry, I said, I'm not going to get it filled up, because it'll probably be, since it'll be less than 40%, be down around 30%, means I'm going to tack on another $100 for that. It'll probably cost us $900. I'm not doing that. I'm only going to put in 250 gallons. That will be half of the tank, because now that it is spring, yeah, it's still going to be cold, but we should be having warmer days, so it shouldn't be so bad. And then hopefully I can get it filled one last time in May, and then that will take us until fall. It's just, it's one thing right after another. So anyhow, if we don't have to pay for Mr. Binks for surgery, that will be good. So anyway, he's home, he's running around, he's got his fluids. I gotta put wood in the fire. It's already 11:15, and I have done so many updates already this morning with this vlog that pretty soon I think I'm going to end up having to cut it off for the day. Otherwise the video will be very, very long. So my laundry's done. There's Mr. Binks. He's walking out of the laundry room. So he was either eating, or he was going to the bathroom, hopefully, or he was in there drinking water. So I need to go investigate the litter box and see what he was doing.